I was and am such a child, and likely so are you. I have two deeply toxic parents. Each of them manipulated and mistreated me in their own way, leaving me feeling bereft, insecure, abandoned, repulsive, fundamentally unlovable, and unimportant. Yet, to my bewilderment, they each expected accessibility to me whenever it suited their needs. I was left in a perpetual state of confusion. I was made to feel like an annoyance that was largely in the way of their freedom, yet was expected to be available at their beck and call. My needs never factored into the relationship between myself and my parents. My life was built around the meeting of their needs. I was the child who was shoved to the side as often as possible. I spent much of my childhood feeling alone and having nowhere to turn for support. I felt persistently sad and scared to death of life and people. I am not alone in this. Since I started writing books about toxic family relationships, I have developed an incredible following of brave-hearted people like yourself, who have also cut off or drastically distanced themselves from the parents who raised them. As I discussed in my previous book, Adult Survivors of Toxic Family Members, there is a powerful cultural kickback toward those of us who have been forced to make this decision. Because of this negative kickback, estrangement from family, especially parents, continues as a silent epidemic very few openly talk about. Why? Because those who have not had this experience cannot imagine the depths of pain children of emotionally abusive parents experience. Outsiders stand in fierce opposition toward an abusive dynamic they cannot fathom truly exists. The mindset of emotionally abusive and manipulative parents is juvenile. These parents erroneously believe that because they chose to bring you into the world or adopt you, that this gives them the freedom to mistreat you in whatever ways they choose, viewing you as obligated to tolerate it. The mindset they hold is, I brought you into this world, therefore I can treat you however I want. You are not allowed to disagree because you're the child, and I will exploit your inherent need for me to make you feel like you owe me for the life I gave you. Emotionally abusive parents do not view parenting as a love relationship, but rather as a transactional relationship of ownership. To take advantage of the basic needs of a child is nothing short of grotesque. This distorted mindset is deeply dehumanizing. Children do not owe parents their life simply because they raised them. Children do not choose their parents or the ways their parents treat them. Because having a child is a parent's choice, it would make sense that the more responsible, skilled, and mature parent would see themselves as owing it to their less skilled, more vulnerable child to be purposeful in treating their child with the utmost love, nurturance, and respect. Moment of truth. Children should not have to earn love. They should be able to rest in it. Parents give you either a life to love or a life to hate because they are the source and director of your life from the moment you are born. When raised by deeply character-disordered parents, you live a life under parents who bring you misery. Sadly, the more fearful and defeated you become, the more control your parents can assert over you. Egocentric parents make life feel like one long, never-ending battle against the odds. No child deserves to be treated in this manner. This includes you. The psychological damage accomplished by emotionally abusive parents to the self-worth of their children is inexplicable and often impossible for survivors of toxic parents to put into words. In these scenarios, it is often best to find a community of other survivors and experts who have also experienced parental mistreatment and abuse. In me, you have both. I have survived much trauma coming from two highly dysfunctional parents, and I have written about my journey from both a clinical and an experiential space to give you a path to follow and situations to relate to. This book is another step up the mountain of your healing. You will be hearing many truths about.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.